Just as Ephesians chapter 1 verse 23 tells us that the church is his body, a church is the Lord's body which he purchased with his blood. And as written in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 27, now you are Christ's body and individually members of it. All those who've been given titles or duties at church make up the body of the Lord as each member of it. Yet, if each member is envious and jealous of one another and quarrel with one another, how could the body stand right? Likewise, if members quarrel with, speak ill of, hate, and gossip about one another in a church where they should unite in love, the Holy Spirit cannot work there. The church will rather become subject to the mockery of the enemy devil. The church will grow cold in love, the fire of prayer will be quenched, and its revival will eventually stop, so God's work cannot be accomplished. One of the biggest reasons that cause this is the synagogue of Satan. Simply put, a synagogue of Satan is a gathering of more than two people under the influence of Satan. It is a gathering of self-called Jews, which is mentioned in today's passage. They call themselves Jews, namely the children of God or believers of the Lord, but they actually follow the works of Satan. They cause envy, jealousy, judgment, condemnation, hatred, quarreling, and disputes within a church. In doing so, they hinder the works of God and cause their church to be destroyed. For this reason, churches must not allow any room for the synagogue of Satan. They themselves don't even recognize that they are destroying their church, but the church is destroyed through the work of Satan. You must also realize that you can be part of the synagogue of Satan before you know it. Let's say you heard someone uttering words of untruth and complaint and agree with some of them. You may say you didn't do so with an evil heart, but the fact is that such words which you spoke and agreed with could create various false rumors and make them spread within your church. While you haven't wholly cultivated your heart into spirit, you still have evil in your heart that you yourselves don't recognize. So, you have to know that the evil can be stirred up depending on your situation or environment. Some people habitually utter complaints, or even when all members have to unite in heart and reach an agreement, they always give opposing opinions simply because things are not to their liking. In doing so, they don't realize what they are doing because they've always acted that way. Moreover, such people try to find people who would agree with their positions or ideas. If you emphasize or agree with such people, you may end up being part of a synagogue of Satan. So, what you have to do is not to agree with what they say. In addition, you can respond with the words of truth. It's because darkness will naturally go away if you deal with them in the light. Thus, I urge you to see and hear only good things and speak and think of only good things according to the teachings of the truth. Then, you won't be under Satan's influence. As you do so, the synagogue of Satan can never be created in your church. Even if someone attempts to spread false rumors with an evil intention, they cannot be passed on to others. they will disappear before they are even heard. The one who spreads them will have to stay silent or have no choice but to leave the church. Bearing this in mind, I ask you to examine yourself and your surroundings once again. You must not let a synagogue of Satan that troubles your church be created within your family, mission groups, and parishes, or among your fellow members. You must be more than able to drive away the temptations of Satan by guarding your thoughts, hearts, and lips, and destroy any evil scheme of Satan.